Hey, what's going on, guys? Eric here with EM Motors. Hey, we got this sweet used Sportsmobile in that we wanted to kind of show you, do a walk around video to show you all the options it has because it's for sale. It's 109K, 18,000 miles. So super nice, and this thing has a ton of options. So I don't know, I forgot what floor plan it is from Sportsmobile, but it's probably my favorite that I've seen that they do for these. So I'll show you a little bit more here in a minute. But so it's the year is 2016. Like I said, 18,000 miles. It's four-wheel drive, stone gray, has some rhino line or some kind of a bed liner material, you know, on the lower rockers. Has a hood wrap from the factory on the hood, just so you know. The chassis is nice and loaded like we like. Bi-xenon headlights. You can see the daytime running lights, LED lights there. It's got a couple of light bars, one down below that works only when the vehicle's running, and then the upper curved light bar works anytime. And then it also has lights on all sides. So a couple of squadrons. I think they're all rigid lights. But yeah, you have kind of your cube lights up top on the pop top with a couple light bars. It has some Method wheels wrapped in BF Goodrich KO2 tires that are new. Has a Safari snorkel, which looks good, helps pick up cleaner air when you're out on the dirt roads. On the outside here, a couple of T-vented windows that open up. Canvas and everything's in great shape. The top's been color match, or yeah, I guess it's not exact color match, but it has a bed liner spray of some kind, which they did at the factory, which is nice. Has your shore power plug-in and a city water fill here on that side that you can see, and then a refrigerator vent below the window there. It does have a keypad entry, which seems to be working. We haven't looked for the code yet. Might have to call Sportsmobile, but that's pretty cool to be able to get in off your key code. Solar on the roof. You can kind of see some of it on the front. I don't know what size it is. I think it's 200 watts. They're a little different shape than what I'm used to seeing, but I think their book said that it has 200 watts of solar. By the way, it comes with all the owner's manual, really well organized from Sportsmobile in Fresno, which is now Field Vans. So that's super going to be handy for the new owner. And then, of course, we're a great resource for you. As always, we bring all our used stuff into our build shop. As you know, we're launch fans, and so we go through everything, make sure everything's working. If anything needs replaced, we replace it and kind of get it back up to where it needs to be for the next owner, so they can have a trouble-free experience and a great buying experience from us. In the rear, it has matching fifth tire on a swing out. I believe this is an Aluminess setup. Got the box on this side, and it does have your hitch. So if you still want to tow or haul a moto or mountain bikes, you can. Looks like they upgraded the rear view camera, so it's a little bit wider angle, which is nice. Have a 110 outlet here. Some 110 or 120 volt outlet. This turns amber or clear. The light kind of as a night light. Under the awning, has an F45 wall mounted awning. There's a couple lights up there so you can see again. Sorry for the sun. Another awning window here. Amp research steps that are modified. They cut them a little short because there's the air conditioning condenser down there, so has rear air and heat off of this I think it's Pro Air air conditioning system, but the condenser's down below, so they kind of cut that step short a little bit. So let's open it up here. So super cool inside, super loaded. They reupholstered the seats to match their little bench bed system here, which is cool. Then just has a charcoal medium tweed. I have the bed suspended out of the way, or at least that panel. It's really nice that you can suspend those bed panels. If you're not familiar with the Sportsmobile pop top, you can suspend them out of the way when you want to. Otherwise, they drop down and lower, and you have a little less headroom, but sleeping quarters up there. All the windows up top in these have shades. I don't know if you can see them rolled up. So you have blackout capability, and then you have screens and some clear plastic. So pretty much no matter the weather, with as good as these heaters work, you're gonna be completely toasty inside here. And speaking of heaters, this does have a hydronic S-bar heater system, so that will heat the air, and that'll also heat your water. The Pro Air rear air and heat is heater looped into the factory engine, so you get free heat as the coolant circulates when the vehicle's on. So super cool. You have a couple different versions of heaters if you don't want to be running your hydronic heater system. This has the huge, I forgot which fridge this is, which model. It's an isotherm, I think it's a 200, something 200, but it has a huge freezer on this side and then big fridge on the other. Got a couple dings. This van hasn't been cleaned up yet, so I apologize, it's kind of dirty, but huge freezer. And then step up, get a little closer here. And then a nice size fridge. So longer trips off grid, no problems there with that. So that's super cool. Factory swivel seats. You can always tell by the lower seat bases if they're factory swivels or not. So that's super nice. Has a nice little touch reading light there, or map light. In addition, well, I guess when you're sitting there in swivel mode, you can utilize that light for some reading or map or some work. You have another one back here that's not on, just a little push button, which is nice. Let's see here. What else do I want to talk about here? Has a nice custom mat with some looks like some lawn seal coin floor in gray. Nice little cubby for shoes, dirty shoes, leashes, all kinds of stuff like that. This little cabinet looks like that's kind of the space for a cassette toilet. So that looks like the perfect setup for that if you want one of those. And then just a couple good sized drawers. All the manuals and stuff. Yeah, a little access to your sink here. And some plumbing. Going into a gray tank there. Slam latches, water pump and a 12-volt outlet there. Solid surface countertops. Got some task lighting under there. So you have some task lighting here, switched, and then you have some upper lights, which help keep everything kind of lit up. Solar controller. Magnum 2000 watt inverter charger. So you have shore power and the inverter. Rixin hydronic system from S-bar. And then this is your light for the outside. Night light has day shades and night shades on the ventable windows. This it also has a big snap in. You can kind of block off that whole front area if you want to, and just have a little privacy, a little bit more stealth mode here in the back if you want to. Otherwise, you know, you can put up some insulated shades on those windows and retain your seating here. Upgraded sound system, has a JL audio sub and rear speakers in the rear that sound great. And then the Kenwood deck here, that's Bluetooth and all that, little bass knob. Here's the rear air controllers for heat and AC for the rear. And then, like I mentioned, the chassis is really loaded from the factory, so heated seats, blind spot and lane departure, accident avoidance, all that stuff. Four-wheel drive high and low. You got your steering wheel controls, cruise control. Believe it or not, they don't come with cruise control, it's an option. And then all your auxiliary switches everywhere. Let's see here, just a little cubby here. What else here? Here's your little shades here that snap in from Sportsmobile. Has some nice WeatherTech floor mats. Again, this is dirty, so I apologize. Needs to be cleaned. Little USB port here, but take a look here. So RCA jacks, 12 volt outlet, and a 110 or 120 volt outlet there. It's a nice little cubby with some extra room for all kinds of different stuff. Has a nice table and table leg. Table stored here. The leg is stored in the back compartment, which I'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, just nice open floor plan, seating for four, sleeping for four pretty comfortably. You have a shoulder belt on this side and then lap belts for the rest of the bench. Lots of storage. Little mirror. Forgot if this was access to something. Yeah, just a little extra storage here. Take advantage. Your AC and heat outlets for the system. This could be this is some more shelves obviously, and then I think they all have access to the systems underneath here. And this is a storage. Get it here. It's a storage that you can access from the garage area, which I'll show you. Here's your little closet, clothes hanger. Getting access to your stuff. This is where your hydronic heat comes out of. You got your breaker, 12 volt plug, and fuse panel breakers. This one did need a new water pump, so we replaced that. There was a AGM battery mounted under the van. That was toast, so they left us enough wire that we relocated the lithium battery system into the rear next to the sub, which I'll show you in the garage. These are super easy to turn into bed mode. So I'm 6'1" and plenty of room for taller people here. So you could really sleep a couple adults comfortably up here. And then of course you have the huge top or bed up top. And then if you don't want to pop there's some instances where you might not want to pop that top up. I mean, crash out right here. It's nice to have that option. You know, makes it really convenient, makes the van more usable, makes you just get out and enjoy it more. Little hot and cold water here with a sprayer. Works great. Let's see here. Is there anything else inside here? Another little rolled up shade there over the windows, so you can black those out. And then this one is rolled down, but screen that you can zip out. Let me go to the garage. This looks like it was set up for a screen of some kind in the doorway that Velcroed in, but it doesn't have it. So you could probably get that from Sportsmobile if you wanted one. Let's see here. Anything else I didn't go over? Let's give you another look here from this position. I love this van. It's pretty sweet, laid out really well and optioned really well to where the way we use our van, I mean, we're living at them for not just, you know, weekends, but longer trips. And so this is kind of optioned out for those longer trips if you want to take them. So this just locks in here. If I can do it one-handed. I didn't lock these all the way, but these release here. Can't do it with one hand. And then they secure out of the way and pin. Okay, so super cool back here. Again, you have your shades here that Sportsmobile gives you. We refinished the panels that were just coming delaminating, so we made new panels here. They give you a little cubby storage with a couple of workstations here, which is super cool. If you need to work on your bike or work on something back here or do some cooking, you could. This is all removable if you want. Can't remember if this is screwed down here. Trying to do this with one hand. Yeah, so here's the subwoofer back here from JL. And then we did a Lion 105 amp hour battery system here that we tested, works excellent. And so we didn't want to take up more room, but it'll have better capacity than it did with the AGM batteries that it was set up for. And so now with that, it'll be that much better. And of course you can add more batteries if you ever wanted to, if you found the need for it. So with the solar and with the alternator charging coming back to charge the batteries, and then of course you have the option for shore power, but most people are off grid. So alternator and solar charging, you know, will keep that battery topped off, you know, without any problems. So really no need to upgrade unless you really wanted to. The AC, you know, obviously isn't running off the battery system. The engine does have to be on for the rear AC, but that's not horrible either when you really want it. That could probably be converted with a bigger battery bank to run off the batteries, but the way it's set up with a smaller battery bank, it's not. But again, that's, to me, it's not a big problem there, because you can just turn the engine on, which is kind of acting like a generator. Let's see here, little hose, their little hose shower system. So you got your mixer valve built into this little nozzle here. That's a quick release. And then, yeah, just a simple way to take a shower and get some hot water. Rinse your bikes off, your gear, your dogs, your kids, your feet, all kinds of stuff there. Works really well. And then you just, you get a little bit of water, but maybe I need to hold that, but just pops right off and closes up. And then you can stow this away. This is stowed in this door here. So super cool, little simple system. I like that. Looks like we have a cover for the van, which is super cool. So you can cover the van, storage. Here's your table leg stuff for that and setup. Got some jumper cables. I don't know if these are ours or came with the van. If they came with the van, we'll leave them in here, but they may be ours. Like I mentioned, the battery was dead. The house batteries were dead at one point, so we might have had to jump start that battery. But lots of storage back here. Little jack, scissor jack, access to some plumbing, which again, Sportsmobile gives you a really good owner's manual that kind of goes into detail how to do everything. Under the bench is your inverter, water tank, and everything. I believe it was a 20-gallon water tank under there. I'll have to refer to the specs in the manual again because it tells you. But the inverter and all that stuff's under there, which is a good use of space. You can remove this, so if you want to haul some bigger, taller things, you can remove these panels here. Let's see here. Has some nice backup lighting in here. It's been in Cali and Vegas, so no rust. Maybe some surface rust at the most, like all vehicles will have. Here's the air conditioning condenser, so you're not losing any really any ground clearance. You still retain a ton of ground clearance. And I'll turn that on AC so you can hear those fire up. So we'll go to AC, turn that on. Blows nice and cold inside back here. So just wanted to show you it works. Let's see here, what else? So hydronic system, we upgraded the lithium system, the inverter, solar, awning. I'm trying to think what else you'd need. Maybe put some Starlink now. Add Starlink, you have a ton of room on the roof. You can add a roof rack if you want to. I know Luminous makes something, and then you'd relocate the panels on top of the roof rack. And then I also saw Sportsmobile had little tracks that they install, just like the factory sprinters have. And so you can put some crossbars up there, haul a ski box, you know, or something like that. So anyway, lots of storage that could be taken advantage of if you need. Up top, let's see here, what else? I mentioned the amp research steps, little code reader. Let me shut this off here. Yeah. Heater exhaust for the hydronic system right here. Your gray tank drain. Yeah, super sweet rig. You know, pretty inexpensive compared to what you'd have to pay to get a new one of these. Everything's in great shape. We upgraded the batteries to lithium. You know, has your inverter to run, you know, coffee makers. What are those called? I always forget the name of the water boilers. But you know, it's set up to do everything. Fridge works great. Yeah, this thing is set up to haul a family of 4 and go adventure. So I'm sure I probably missed something somewhere. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. I don't see the comments sometimes. I don't get the notifications as well as maybe I should, but our phone number, if you need to reach out to the dealership, is always the best way. I'm Eric. I usually know most everything. 208-853-2886. Our website for you know, the used and some of the newer vehicles we have is emmotorsboise.com. And so check out our other rigs that are for sale there. We always come across some pretty sweet used rigs that are for sale, and the market's come down quite a bit, so it's nice to see some of these vans like this in the price ranges they are. So but yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Like I said, shoot them in the comments if you have any questions that you'd want me to answer. But if you want it answered quickly, give us a call, and we're happy to answer and get any other information you may need. Financing is always available through some of our lender. lenders depending on where you're at. Yeah, this thing is ready for a new owner almost. Just needs to be cleaned up. So appreciate you guys watching. Ended up being kind of a longer video, but there's quite a bit to cover. I didn't put that bed down. Maybe let me do that. Let me go put that bed down real quick for you so you can see that upper bed down position. 1 second, I'll put you on pause. Okay, put the bed up and the ladder, unfolded the ladder. So you still have quite a bit of, let's see, get down here. You can still stand up with the bed in the down mode if someone was still up there sleeping, and still access everything down here. But yeah, climb up. You have your sweet huge bed up here. Easily a couple adults. It'd be fun to, kind of feel like you're in a tree house. A little different perspective up here. So, but yeah, just wanted to show you that. And then these panels can stack on each other if you wanted to. But easiest is to suspend them from these little cables here that Sportsmobile gives you. So anyway, just wanted to show you that real quick. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Again, thanks for watching, and hit us up if we can do anything to help. Take care.